Hello, friends. So good to be here with you again. The Monday meditation. Let's take a deep breath. Breathing in and breathing out. The theme we're going to continue this month is on the ocean. And I was meditating a few months back, and the image of the waves just came to me when I was breathing. The sound of the waves came to me when I was breathing, and it was very clear the way that came up. And it occurred to me that we know very little about the ocean compared to what we know about, let's say, the moon, the surface of the moon. But even then, we know a lot about the ocean. We have ideas about it. And I don't know about you, but when I picture an ocean, I look at it from the side view, as if I'm kind of looking at the a cross section of the earth. But that's not how we experience the ocean. We experience the ocean very differently, and so it's kind of like it's for me, I find it hard sometimes to kind of look at the ocean with a fresh mind. But it's sometimes interesting to see the ocean from the perspective of our ancestors. And that's what the Torah calls it. The Rambam really refers to the ocean as wide. Well, Judaism really refers to the ocean as wide because that's our experience of it. When we sit by the ocean, we don't see its depth, even though we know it's deep, incomprehensibly deep. We see its width, how wide it is. So that's kind of what I want to bring in to this practice. So let's bring back the freshness of the ocean. Not what we know about, not what we know what's in it and how it connects to other parts of the earth and other land masses, but the experience of the ocean. So we'll do a little visualization, and it's often helpful to start with closing your eyes. It helps with visualizing the experience. So in your time, when you feel comfortable, allow your eyes to close. And then feel your body sitting where it's sitting. And the breath, breathing in and breathing out. You can maybe scan the body, just the meeting points between whatever your back is resting on, if your back is resting on something, and your legs and your feet, and your hands and your forearms. And notice the space around you also. Just have an awareness of knowing where my body is resting and residing. With the visualization, it's really helpful to start with the bottom and then go up. So bring your awareness to the soles of your feet and try to bring the sensation of sand beneath your feet. We're going to do the contemplation sitting on the beach. So imagine bringing the sensation, the awareness of sand beneath your feet. It can be warm sand. You can imagine your toes wriggling in the sand, moving over your toes and your feet digging into the sand a bit. What that feels like. Maybe you'll find a coolness beneath the warmth of the top layer of the sand. And with that image, you can allow the sense that you're surrounded by sand, that you're on the sand. And that sand is not just beneath your feet, but it spreads out all around. To the left, to the right, in front of you. then behind you. And we're facing the sea. So in front of you, you'll see waves. You'll start to see the water there. Maybe the waves are close to you, wetting the sand just before you, or maybe you're further away. And as you look before you, you see the vastness of the sea. From horizon to horizon, you'll see there from your vision, what you can see in your mind's eye. The light reflecting off the waves. You can build up the sides around you also, what might be there. And behind you can build up what might be there. These are the walls of the visualization. So behind you could be more sand, or maybe a hill, maybe some grass. And as you build up the sides and the walls of the visualization, you can do the ceiling of the visualization, which is the sky. The dome of the sky. Meeting the horizon, the sea in front of you. And wherever it might be to the sides and behind you. And here you are in this space. On the seashore. Perhaps you can bring now a sound to your visualization if you haven't done so already. The sound of the waves coming in and going out. And if you want, you can connect that with your breathing also. If that feels right for you, if that feels comfortable. Maybe listen to your breath also. You might notice how it sounds like the sea, the waves on the seashore. You might hear seabirds or other birds around. There might be some trees near you, and you can hear the sound of the wind in the trees, breeze in the trees. You might notice the shadows made by the clouds as they pass overhead, and the clouds themselves. Put yourself in the shoes of our ancestors. What did the sea mean to them? What did the ocean mean to them? In halacha, we have a bracha which we make when we see the great sea. So for them, it was this great sight that connected them with God as they saw it. The sight of the sea elicited this praise of the divine. Why would they refer to it as wide? Of course, we sit here and we see how wide the sea is. And whose domain is the sea? Few people venture out there. Fishermen who stay close to the shore, merchants who have to embark on these great expeditions and which require a lot of preparation, a lot of peril to cross the sea. For our ancestors, it was mystery, great mystery, the sea. They could only contemplate what within the depths and how deep it was. As you continue to breathe in with the waves, breathing in and breathing out, they're connected to this vastness, to this wideness. And the Torah, which is wide, Torah is called wider than the sea. That Torah is us. It's us and our relationship with God. We are connected with it. So our mind is vast, wide. We contain the breadth of the sea. So what does it mean for us to be wide? And we might contain everything the sea contains. And how the sea reflects the sky, how wide the sky is, and how wide our minds can be also. From one end of the horizon to the other, our minds shimmer. The surface of our minds shimmer with thoughts and ideas, worries, hopes. But it's deep also. It descends deeper than the height of Everest. And our minds are like that also. The bigger perspective we see on the sea, the calmer the surface seems to be. The sea is truly vast, and the waves are tiny by comparison to the width of the sea. The higher we get, the broader we get, the more we notice that thoughts and fears and worries and hopes are shallow compared to how wide our minds can get, how wide the Torah is, and how wide the divine is. And that doesn't mean that the waves themselves are not important. As we sit here, breathing in the waves and breathing out the waves. Each one we can count and notice, recognize, and appreciate. Each wave is dear. Each individual is dear. But it's also part of the great width of the ocean. Breathing in and breathing out. Is the same spirit of God that hovered above the primordial waters. The breath of the living God. And our breath. thank you for sitting with me. I hope that was helpful for you, and look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good day. Have a good week.